You know I keep my promises, so I am here to give you updates on the last perfume haul I did on my channel, or the new perfumes I got after having tested them. I believe it's been about a month now. For this long, I've got some thoughts for you having used them, because you know a perfume haul is usually, for the most part, first impressions. So I told you guys that I will be doing an update video for every perfume haul I do here on my channel. So I'm gonna cover my last perfume haul on my channel and give you updates on how those perfumes performed, longevity, sillage, projection, compliments. Did they get any compliments? How did my husband react to them? What do I think about them? Did I like them after having worn them for this long? Well, I'm gonna give you all that information. So let's jump right in. Okay, you guys, before we jump into this video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, which really helps me grow this channel so that I can bring you bigger and better content. What do I mean by that? When my channel gets bigger, I get more opportunity to buy and receive more fragrances, so I can review more fragrances for you. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell as well, because subscribing is no longer enough for YouTube for them to be convinced that you really want to see my content. So you got to hit that notification bell. Also, that way you'll be notified when I upload. And of course, don't forget to follow me on my other social media like Instagram. I have another channel, Cleo Luxe Life, all about makeup, luxury and high-end makeup and beauty in general. So check out that channel and support me there as well by subscribing and watching my videos over there as well. Now, the first fragrance I have for you here is Neydo. Neydo Blond Redhead. I think it's quite a fun name for this. I can see why they named this perfume that. It's kind of like, the moment you look at the bottle, you actually think about, like, not only does it smell like it, but I'll get to that here in a minute, but you think about strawberry shortcake, something about it, right? It just kind of, it's just such a cute bottle. I love it. Oh my goodness, you guys, I do not need to spray this. I'm not gonna spray it. It is so very, like, I wouldn't say strong, but it permeates, it projects. It's a very, very good projector. So there you go, your first bit of information. This perfume lasts really well, over 8 hours. And even when it dries down to like a skin scent, over after 8 hours, you can still smell it. You can still smell it. And it has the most yummy, delicious, addictive. The first thing that came to my mind, my mouth is watering, you guys. When I smell this perfume, my mouth waters. You can see how it watered just now. But it smells like a delicious perfume. It doesn't smell like actual food. It smells like a delicious perfume, and it makes you want to just take a bite out of your own arm, you know, when you wear this fragrance. It's so sexy and so fashionable at the same time. I don't even know how they did it. When I first smelled this, I thought of, like, the image that came to my mind was this very fashionable woman eating strawberry shortcake for dessert. Okay, that's kind of what I pictured in my mind, which is funny because when I think if you go back to my haul video, I read you that card. I'm not going to take the time to do that. The card, information card that came with this fragrance, later I realized, as I was telling you guys about the fragrance in my last video, my haul video, it described what this is supposed to make you feel like. Essentially, it described this, you know, very fashionable, beautiful Parisian lady walking into a pastry shop and ordering like the strawberry cake or whatever, and then knocking it over and all that cream flying in the air. That's exactly kind of what I felt when I smelled this. My husband thinks it smells super feminine and super delicious. He loves it. He loves it. This is one of the ones from my last haul that he absolutely loves. He loves this one. Oh goodness. It smells like exactly what that card described. Essentially a well-dressed, high-end, you know, a fashionista, fashionable woman walking into a pastry shop and ordering strawberry shortcake, and you know, and that smell is everywhere, but you can smell her too. She smells like freesia and rose and strawberry shortcake. You know, you get the picture. So this one has notes of, like in the opening, it has some citrusy notes like orange and lime that really, I think, complement the next two layers, middle and the base. This has like fig milk, so that delicious lactonic, almost milky vibe that comes from this fragrance that gives it like a cake smell is definitely the fig milk. Okay, you guys, this has dates. You guys know how dates always make things smell like dessert. It has rose, like a beautiful rose note. I swear, you guys, whether they revealed in the composition or not, this has some berry notes. It definitely smells like raspberry and strawberry, maybe like blueberry, blackberry, some other berry too. But there is this sort of very milky lactonic berry vibe about it. It has chocolate, which makes it very gourmet in the dry down especially. Loads of vanilla, and the Blond tobacco in here adds that very sultry, sexy twist. With, of course, loads of musk, which makes it very fashionable smelling. Now, in terms of compliments, yes, I got compliments. I wore this to my hair removal appointment, then I wore this out to dinner, and I actually wore this on my birthday. So this was my birthday fragrance. It was my choice to wear on my birthday. You can understand just how much I find it amazing, how much I love it. This is a very big compliment getter. It smells delicious, makes you smell fashionable, makes you smell high-end. I mean, it checks all the boxes. Absolutely love it. I would say 10 out of 10. This is one of the few 10 out of 10 fragrances in my collection. I gotta say, I'm super baffled by the fact that this fragrance house, Neydo, I don't even know about. It's new to me, okay? New to me. I just love one of their fragrances more than most of them I've had. I don't really give 10 out of 10 for many fragrances, you guys. This is one of the top rated ones in my collection. Trust me when I say that. I got good news for you. My next perfume haul is soon coming up because I'm accumulating more perfumes. I got another Neydo that I've been needing to get my hands on, and I have another one, so stay tuned. This is Akro Smile, the latest release from the house Akro, which I have come to absolutely adore. Okay, I love Akro Bake, I love Akro Rice. I love everything Akro. Akro Smile, although not even my type of fragrance, I ended up actually really liking it. It's one of the few citrus leaning fresh fragrances that is also sexy. I just uploaded, you guys, a video all about fresh citrusy fragrances for beating down hot summer days. So I just uploaded that. If you missed that, please check it out, because right now in the middle of summer when it's super hot, what I reach for the most are perfumes like this, the really fresh citrusy ones. But I don't wear just any citrusy perfume, you guys, because most citrus fragrances are not very sexy. I only reach for the sexy ones. So that tells you something. This one is sexy. This one has a fruitiness about it, a sultriness about it. It's kind of like it's not just simply citrusy. It's actually sultry somehow and kind of fruity. Oh man, this is so good. By the way, you guys, I gotta tell you, Blonde Redhead, you don't need to let it mature, or the word you guys know, macerate. There's a difference between mature and macerate, but you don't need to let it sit for too long. This one, it smells, it's almost like the highest potential almost from the get-go. Doesn't require a lot of maturing, but this is one that the longer you let it sit, the sultrier it gets, the sexier it gets. So if you order this fragrance, if you can afford to do that, I know you probably can. If you order it now, you know, you need to use it right now, because right now is the time for it. But if you can wait like at least 2 weeks before you wear it and let it macerate or mature, it will smell even sexier. You guys, oh my God, there's something so juicy and bursting about this fragrance. It's that raspberry note, but those citruses in the opening are just so refreshing, so bright, so effervescent for hot summer days. I mean, I know it has bergamot, but I know it has way more citrus notes than bergamot, but that raspberry kind of gives it that sort of juicy, fruity, kind of feminine kind of scent. This is not a feminine, I wouldn't say it's meant for just women, but I think it smells good on men and women. But the raspberry note, in my opinion, makes it kind of lean a little more feminine. The sage note here, you guys, is it clary sage? Not clary sage, I think it's regular sage. But that herbally note in there makes it super sultry, okay? Super sultry, and the musks make it super sexy. It does last longer than a lot of the citrus perfumes I have. A lot of the citrus perfumes that I have in my collection, they don't last. They're too effervescent. They just kind of vanish after like a couple of hours maximum. There are few that I have that really, really last, and this is one of them. This lasts about definitely more than 5 hours. Even when it gets closer to the skin over time, you can smell it. Projection is, I would say, small to medium size scent bubble. It's not like one that projects a lot. Sillage. Oh, the sillage is like average, I would say. I haven't received compliments on this yet because I am just now starting to wear it a little bit more, because when the weather got to be like nearly 100 degrees is when I started wearing it even more. So actually right now I'm wearing it, so I think I will, you know, if I wore it a little bit more and more often, I'm sure I will get a compliment, because it does smell really good. No compliment that I can like report on right now, but I am very certain that down the line I will, because it is one of the fresh, sexy, citrusy perfumes that I have ever smelled. And if I receive a compliment in the next few days, I'll put a pinned comment down below on any of the ones that I haven't received compliments on so far, okay? YSL Babycat. This is not the perfume for right now. Definitely not, okay? This one actually was one of the, ooh, it does smell really good now. This one is one of the few, when I did the haul video, I had already worn and tried. And this was like towards the early part of summer when the weather wasn't so terribly hot. I did wear this at nighttime just for the sake of testing it for my video. This is delicious. So when it first arrived, you guys, I wasn't a very big fan of it because it did not smell good. In fact, it smelled like gasoline to my nose. When it first arrived and first opened the thing and I smelled it without letting it sit, it did not smell good. I thought to myself, what is the big deal about this perfume? It doesn't smell good. It smells like Fahrenheit by, you know, what brand is it? It's Dior. yeah, that's kind of what I got from it, like this very strong, you know, like kerosene, gasoline kind of scent. But oh my gosh, once you let it sit, this is one of those perfumes that you have to let mature. I would say more than a month, but at least a couple of weeks before you even test it. Otherwise, it'll smell like nothing other than like this very woody kerosene smell, okay? But once you let it macerate, mature, whew, it smells so good. It's like a very smoky vanilla, very woody smoky vanilla that has a very deep ambery saltiness about it. I really didn't get to wear it too many times before the weather got to the point where I couldn't really wear it at all. I'm gonna wait till fall and give you guys like a further update. I'm sure this will show up in my fall videos, and I will mention at that point if I get compliments and all that. Lasting power, absolutely. This lasts forever on the skin, okay? Like you can really get whiffs of it throughout the day. This one is a projector, has a massive sillage and lasts. So no question about the performance. Absolutely a beast. I don't like that word. It's a strong fragrance that really permeates and really leaves a sillage and really lasts forever, okay? So Babycat by YSL, one that you must let sit. You know what this reminds me a little bit of? Only a little bit of. The Sultan by Royal Crown. It's along those same lines, this fragrance. You know, with that smoky, delicious gourmand, ambery vanilla-ness that they both share. That's actually, you know, I smelled this and I thought, what does this remind me of? It actually does remind me of Sultan by Royal Crown. You know what my husband thinks of this Babycat? It really shocked me, actually. Really shocked me because I didn't expect him to like this one. I don't know why, because you know he's usually the guy who likes like that salty marine kind of, you know, with his little sweetness. That's like his thing. And this is like the opposite of it. This is very kind of, you know, deep and ambery and, you know, resinous, and you know what I mean. So I never thought he'd like this. He smelled this and he said, that's because I forgot another type of fragrance he loves. You know Bvlgari by Christian Louboutin? You know, it has leather suede note in it. He loves that perfume. Has a slight sweetness to it too. He loves that. So I forgot that other category he likes and finds sexy, like that leathery kind of like leather accord, like luxurious vibe. This one, I don't know if this has leather, but when he smelled this, he said to me that it smells like a very sexy kind of leathery fragrance. And I'm like, you know what? I never thought of that. I think there might be suede or leather in here, you guys. Because it does have, there are some commonalities between this and Bvlgari by Christian Louboutin, which he also loves and wants me to wear for date night. So now this is going to become a date night perfume for me as the weather cools down. So yeah, he likes this and it blew my mind. Did not expect him to like it. Fugazzi Angel Dust. Oh my gosh, it's really hilarious, you guys. When I first saw this fragrance, this is a very different kind of fragrance. I'll get to that here in a second. When I first saw this on my channel, Angel Dust rang a bell. I wasn't quite sure how it rang a bell, and I wondered if it's an actual drug, you know, like narcotic. And apparently there is a narcotic called Angel Dust, and no wonder it sounded familiar. Probably heard it in the news and stuff. So I'm sitting there describing this as this very addictive, like powdered sugar, almost like a drug. And I'm like, I never connected the dots that it might be named after an actual drug. Okay, this one smells like a very addictive, powdered, sugared almond, not almond, like, you know, like sugared candy, powdered sugar with a good dose of musk and woodiness and kind of like a dry woodiness. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, you guys. It's so very unique. That I will tell you that much. Reminds me of the Sandman or an angel, an actual angel, sprinkling magic dust over you. Okay, that's just what I think of. It smells really good. By the way, I love the magnetic cap. This one, you guys, I love as well. This is more of a softer fragrance. It doesn't project too far. I would say a small scent bubble. It's more for those people, like for example, I'll be talking about the commodity fragrances here in a minute. You know how commodity has like personal, expressive, and bold. So you know, like the type of people who would pick the commodity personal ones that are very like more demure, you know, like they don't want to be announced when they enter a room. Like they rather, you know, people come near them, give them a hug and they smell them, you know, like that's the kind of people. And that is what this is good for, that type of people. People that like want to smell effortlessly beautiful without announcing themselves. People who are not obviously, you know, like obvious and too loud and like, you know, that type of people. That's what this is really good for. It is a very close contact type of fragrance. So if you get compliments, it would be in sort of close encounter type situations where you hug people, you get a compliment. I haven't received a compliment on this yet. And that happens, you know, you don't always wear things to places where always there are people who feel comfortable enough giving you a compliment. You know what I mean? So it's also like time and place too. I tend to wear this mostly during the day when I'm like going places during the day. I haven't worn it out to a nice thing yet, you know, anything like that yet. So I don't think I have enough data to give you on the compliments. Not yet, but I envision getting compliments because, I mean, why wouldn't you? When it smells so addictive and so beautiful, demure, just effortlessly beautiful kind of fragrance. It does have this sort of resinous vibe. I think it comes from the white amber crystals that are in here. It has a very kind of effervescent opening with the Calabrian bergamot, I think it is in here, and a very cozy cashmere sweater kind of vibe from Cashmere. Loads of musk and a woody note that's very dry. Okay, so it's kind of like there's a sweetness to it in a way, not an obvious sweetness, but it smells very addictive. This is the kind of perfume that I would wear to work, which is weird because I haven't been to work. Like, I mean, I've been working from home, but since my surgery, I was not going into the office for almost 2 months now. Because of my surgery, I've been just working from home. So I will be wearing this to work, and you're gonna smell that perfect smell, like, you know, that very fashionable, high-end, yet very addictive kind of with a bit of spunk, you know. So it's great for like as a work scent. You know how like it has almost kind of like fresh set of lingerie that you broke out of a packet of its packet. It has that sort of vibe too. It's work appropriate, but there's a little bit of a kick to it too, you know. But it would absolutely work for work, but with a very alluring quality. It is a softer fragrance that will not offend anybody, so that therefore great for work. Lasting power, I would say average about 5 hours, and then about 5 hours, and then you have to respray. But I absolutely love it. Oh gee, I forgot to mention discount codes. So actually, yeah, the ones I have mentioned so far, except the Babycat, I have discount codes for Akro, Neydo one, and the Fugazzi one. I have discount codes. I will link them down below. And the Babycat, there is a place you can get it right now in the US, which is how I got it. I will put all that information down in the description box. I mean, do I even need to give you an update on this one? This is Maison Crivelli's Rose Saltifolia. You guys, this perfume is my husband's favorite. Well, I wouldn't say the number one, but it's right up there. One of his absolute favorite fragrances. He loves this. He loves Lubimar. He loves Room 1015 Wave Child. He loves like that sort of like marine vibes. You know, when a fragrance has a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of floral, but that marine vibes, he loves that. I mean, he's a massive sucker for that marine kind of salty kind of vibe in fragrances. I mean, the name itself says Rose Saltifolia. That's because this actually has Rose Centerfolia, which is one of the most expensive rose fragrance notes ever, because the Rose Centerfolia only grows 1 month in a whole year. They can only harvest in a limited window, and it's very rare. You know, it's harvested in, I think, from sourced from Cas, France. And oh man, this has a seaweed note that gives it that marine vibes, sort of salty oceanic vibes. One of you guys, actually there were many of you over the years who told me that you don't really love solar fragrances, which have like white floral, yellow floral, tropical notes. You know, you said you want a beachy perfume, but you don't like the solar fragrances. And then this is the one for you. This and Wave Child by Room 1015. They would be that rare, exceptional beach fragrance that is not a solar fragrance. Okay, so here it is for you. Okay, this one is absolutely gorgeous, sexy, drop dead gorgeous. My husband goes crazy for this on me. He can smell it a mile away. This projects because it's Maison Crivelli and they have the highest quality ingredients. They use Orpor ingredients, which is the highest quality ingredients you can source. This does project big scent bubble, and it lasts. It does, even though it's a light fragrance. It smells so divine, so sexy. My husband goes absolutely crazy. Yes, I have received compliments, actually quite a few. Everywhere I go, I feel like every other time I wear this, I get a compliment. I can't remember now, was it my dermatologist's office? One of the appointments I went to, I got a compliment. Somebody asked, "Oh my gosh, you smell very, very good. I could smell you some distance away." So it obviously does project. Got a compliment on the way to our anniversary dinner, which, by the way, this was my scent of choice on our wedding anniversary by the request of my husband. He specifically requested that I wear this, and he kept smelling my neck, smelling me all night long. Actually, yeah, so yeah, he made me wear it to dinner, you guys. Like, this is, I envisioned this, more during daytime, because it's very kind of beachy and like breeze in the air kind of fragrance. But my husband proved to me that I can, even though it's like maybe daytime beachy fragrance, you can even wear it to dinner. Goes from day to night. Got a compliment from the waiter at the restaurant as well on our anniversary. This is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't know, I mean, every Maison Crivelli perfume I have, I love. So need I say more? Need I say more? There is a special, rare offer on this perfume down in the description box. I'm not able to tell you too much about it, so just go check it down there, okay? That has become, by the way, one of my top perfumes in my entire collection. Great performance, huge compliments. Husband goes crazy for it. I adore it. It can be worn anywhere from a tea party to the beach to the night out dinner. Okay, they're very romantic and very sexy all at the same time. And breezy somehow, effortlessly beautiful, as we say. Well, you guys, this is Chanel number 5, Le. Okay, so this one is the more lighter kind of modern effervescent version of Chanel number 5, which is a little bit strong in the aldehydes and very, you know, vintage smelling, which this doesn't. If you want Chanel number 5, or you kind of love Chanel number 5, but you feel like you don't want to wear it because it reminds you of, I don't know, the 1950s or something, and you wish that it smelled more modern, here's the one for you, Chanel number 5 Le. Okay, this one is a more light, airy version of Chanel number 5. Yes, this does have aldehydes too, but no, it's not like the original Chanel number 5. Very, very modern. As I said, that it's super light, so I'm actually going to spray this into the cap here. Oh, actually, I really adore the way it smells. It smells super high-end, super classy, super sophisticated, like any Chanel fragrance is. That Chanel DNA is unmatched when it comes to that sophisticated DNA. This is a perfect perfume to wear to work. There's no better perfume I can think of to wear to work than this. Unfortunately, like I said, you guys, I haven't really gone into the office. Actually, I'm going tomorrow, so I'm kind of, it's a toss-up between this and the Fugazzi one when I go in tomorrow. I'll leave a pinned comment down below if I receive a compliment at work. This is a beautiful, but the problem is it is very effervescent, very light. It doesn't last too long. It doesn't last too long. The sillage isn't huge. Projection is, you know, small scent bubble, I would say. So the performance isn't the best. Unlike Chanel number 5, the original, which will be on you even after you scrub your skin in the shower, okay? So it's very, very light, almost too light, okay? But it is the charm of this fragrance that it is quite light and effervescent. Very like super classy fragrance, you guys. My husband isn't into that Chanel number 5 DNA. He doesn't like it, even if it did smell modern. You know, it's not his jam. So no compliments from him on that I can think of. So yeah, I love it. I personally love it, and I enjoy wearing it during the day, especially during these hot summer months. That's actually another perfect fragrance for super beating down hot days. The quality of this, it being light and not lasting or projecting too much, actually helps you on super hot summer days, because then it actually performs its best. Like that's what it would be great on a day like a hot summer day. Okay, I just love this little egg-shaped bottle that it's meant to be like a shape of a water droplet. Love how it goes and fits in the purse perfectly. Another great reason to wear it to work. Next we have Bvlgari from the Allegra line, which is the high-end, more premier line of fragrances, the Fiori di Amore. Okay, so this one, oh, this one smells super fashionable. All of the fragrances in the Bvlgari Allegra line smell like super high-end fashionable ladies. Okay, this is no different. This is such a beautiful dance between gorgeous rose notes, very romantic, very sexy rose notes like Bulgarian rose and Turkish rose, and the fruity girliness of fruity notes like raspberry. Okay, so it's such a great combination. Again, it gives me the same fashionable lady vibes, Parisian lady vibes as this one, but in a different kind of way, you know, because that's gourmand. This is more romantic. You guys, I adore Bvlgari fragrances, especially the Allegra line. I mean, this lasts for a long time, 8+ hours, really project well, great sillage. Yes, a compliment getter. Just like Bvlgari, you know, from the same line. Also got compliments on Bvlgari recently, quite a few times. Same with this. Actually, I was at this high-end mall and I was shopping and I got a compliment on this from one of the cosmetic counter girls. And I've gotten compliments elsewhere as well, you know, on the run. It is definitely a compliment getter. It just smells super fashionable, you guys. I mean, not to mention that beautiful bottle that looks like a bonbon, man. It's just, I can't resist these bottles. They're so cute. Yeah, my husband loves it too. I think he also loves rose fragrances on me, just like how I love rose on me, my favorite note. You guys, my husband loves this. He thinks it smells sophisticated, which I know that that's what I'm calling like sophisticated fashionable, I think. And he thinks it smells absolutely like sexy and fashionable and high-end. In that way, he like really likes this. He says that this was a really good choice. Like, he rarely says that. Great performance, compliment getter, husband loves it, I love it. It's one of my top fragrances from my collection. Last but not least, I have the Commodity Juice Trio here. Commodity Juice Personal, Commodity Juice Expressive, and Commodity Juice Bold. Okay, I did a complete full review of this in my dedicated video to this, but I included this in my haul as well. So I'm not going to take too much time on this. Oh man, this is super juicy, juicy, strawberry fruity fragrance. But the difference in the Personal is it's a little bit more demure, has a violet note that makes it a little bit more like fairy-like, juicy, you know. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love this. And the expressive version, the medium strength. This one is really juicy, you guys. I like this too, okay? I like this too. It's a little bit like something sexy about this perfume. I know that this fragrance is kind of like, these three are, I think, kind of polarizing because people had like weird reactions to this. Either you loved it or you didn't like it. A lot of the people are not smelling the fruitiness as much as I'm smelling it. I can almost guarantee you 90% that these people are not letting the perfumes sit and mature. Because I tell you, if you are telling me that expressive doesn't smell juicy and fruity, I don't know what you're talking about, because it is very, very like fruity. Yes, there's a sultriness to it. Yes, there's rose in it and all that, but there's a juiciness to it. That strawberry, I'm sure raspberry too. Raspberry pulp, I think it has. Yeah, I can smell the berries. It's juicy from the berries. So I'm not really sure what some people are saying and some other people are saying. I think like 70% of people are saying it's really gorgeous and delicious and very juicy and they love it. And there are 30% of people who just don't get it. Like, they're smelling more woody notes. I don't know. You guys, we all have different noses, so, you know. But my suspicion is that these people are not letting the perfumes mature. It's very sweet and kind of rosy. This one is in particular the expressive version. And this one, the Bold, is very much a jammy rose. It's not your... Oh, man, this is beautiful too. This is very much a jammy rose. It kind of almost reminds me of Lancôme Oud Bouquet without the oud, okay? Okay, so it's Lancôme Oud Bouquet without the oud, but an added on incense note. Jammy incense, okay? That's what this smells like to me. There's something very ambery and sultry about it, resinous about it. Oh man, it's so beautiful. I actually really like this one. This one is like sexy date night kind of fragrance. So you guys, out of the three, my husband surprised me by saying that he loves this one in the middle, the expressive. He says that this smells, what did he say? He said that it smells, he can smell the fruitiness. I'm trying to think of what the words he used were. He said that there is a fruity, sexy feel to this. What was the word he used? I can't remember what he said now. He said that it's fruity, and he said something else that was very important. Now I can't remember. He said that it smelled sexy, fruity, and I cannot remember. He used another word, I can't remember, but he said that he likes this the most, that it has like an edge to it. somehow. Okay, I think that's what he said. And he likes these two, the bold and the light one. He actually initially liked this more, I thought, so he said at first. But now that these fragrances have sat for a while, he's starting to like I said, one in the middle, expressive. He says this one's too light, and he said this is fruitier than this. I thought that was weird. Oh, he said that he smelled rose in it. Can you believe it? He could smell the fruitiness, but with that rose. So yeah, he said this was a little too light, and he said he likes this one too. He said something about this smells like a sweet oud, which I think is interesting because I just compared this to oud bouquet, right? So he's thinking about that rosy sweetness in oud bouquet that's kind of oudy, this one, okay? And I think he's thinking this incense in here smells like that. And he may not be wrong, you guys. There may be oud in the bold version. So yeah, he may be right on this. This has more of almost like a jammy Middle Eastern twist to it, kind of like Lancôme Oud Bouquet. So when it starts to get colder, like towards the beginning of fall, I'm gonna start wearing this at nighttime, and I bet you I will get compliments. And it's such a jammy rose. If Oud Bouquet gets your compliments, this is gonna get your compliments, okay? This one is more of a rosy berry, okay? Juicy. Hence, to me, I think it's sexy. Haven't received compliments yet on these. To be honest with you, I haven't been able to wear these two very much because it's now getting to be really hot. I feel like even though this is expressive, this still is a little too strong for daytime. These are both kind of like, if it's summertime, nighttime perfumes, but as summer cools down, you can wear these during the day as well. So no updates to give you in as far as compliments. I will link it down below for you, all of these three. So you guys, that's it. Those were the perfumes I hauled in my last perfume haul video, and now I'm giving you updates on how they performed. Did I get compliments? Did my husband love it? Do I love it at the end of the day? Are they in the, some of my top perfumes or not? Is it so-so? I think this was a very satisfactory perfume haul because I absolutely adore almost all of them. I mean, actually, even though this didn't live up to my expectations as much, I still even love this quite a lot, even though my husband didn't say anything about it. Haven't gotten compliments yet. It's so beautiful. I love that sophisticated scent. Okay, and I'm pretty sure if I start to wear this to work, I will get compliments. Okay, so I don't think I had any letdowns in this perfume haul, which was packed full of just amazing perfumes. Amazing perfumes. I mean, I don't know if you guys want me to rate these two. I mean, I could. I have 10 out of 10s here, and I have like 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s. I don't know. The lowest would be, I guess, the Chanel, and still I would rate it 7 out of 10, so you get the idea. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys, I love bringing you updates because I want to be helpful instead of just like hauling perfumes and never talking about them again. You know what I mean? I want to be the channel that talks to you about the facts that really matter, the facts that help you narrow it down if you have a limited budget, which ones should I really get and which ones should I pass on. So I want to give you that critical type of important information instead of just talking about perfumes on my channel. You know what I mean? Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please, that helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already because it helps me grow my community. And of course, ring the notification bell so you will never miss any of my videos. Follow me on other social media like Instagram. I will link all that down below in the description box. And hop on over to my other channel, Cleo Luxe Life, my luxury and high-end makeup channel. I just uploaded a Chanel Summer 2024 review that will be very, very helpful to you. And I just, the last video I uploaded, Charlotte Tilbury's latest makeup releases, the foundation stick, the tint, and the cream blushes. Ooh, you know, spoiler alert. Okay, go on over there and check it out. Okay, you guys, I will see you in my next video.